Hello everybody, this is Ayoshi, and I would like to introduce you to my very first LP, and I will be playing Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for the Game Boy Advance. Why Harry Potter, you say? Because I'm a nerd. I literally own all of these games for the PlayStation, and most of the games for the Game Boy Advance, so let's go ahead and get this started. This introduction is exactly like how it is on the PlayStation 2, or the PlayStation 1, actually, and if you've read the books, this is fairly standard dialogue from actually what is in the books, so if you want to read what's there, go ahead and pause the video. I'm not gonna bore everyone else to tears and just be like, hey, check this out, it's totally Harry Potter and stuff. I do really like the animations, though. I'm like, wow, it actually does look like the people. Except for him. He looks nothing like Daniel Radcliffe. I don't know who that kid is, but it's not Daniel Radcliffe. Hogwarts Express. Sorting Hat is win. So this is my very first Let's Play, and actually have been doing a practice file, so I'm not going to be like, OMGs, what's coming up next? And, I mean, I have read the book, so I kind of know how these go. So, very first person you meet is Draco Malfoy, and he just kind of stands there and taunts you, and you throw it right back in his face and go, hey, you, shut up. Alright, first thing right off the bat to know is that this is where you can save your games. And as I said right there, you can see my practice file, which I actually got further in, but then I quit because I was doing something else. I don't know what it was, so anyways. Now the first task in the game is just to follow Ron, and Ron will lead you to where you need to go first, and Peeves is just chilling out here, being all like, ooh, Ickle firsties. I don't know what Ickle means. It's in all of J.K. Rowling's books, so if there's anyone out there who's like British or just knows British slang, it would be really cool if you could tell me what ickle means. And there's another save point here, but I don't use it because I'm lost already. Yeah, I don't use that save point because it's like right there. And you can't search cauldrons, and I'm an idiot and think I can. Alright, and this is the spell learning system that we're just starting with right here. Professor Quirrell is going to teach us how to do a Flipendo knockback jinx. Basically, it's pretty simple. You just follow what he does, and you follow what he does with your arrows. Sorry, I'm actually going to kind of focus at this part. Yay, All-Stars! The point system, if I remember right, don't do a lot in the first game. If I remember right, this part. If I remember right, the point system really doesn't affect until you get to the second game in the PlayStation 2 series. It doesn't have much of an effect in the first one. I think they brought it into the second one to try and give the game something different to do, but it was really just an annoying little pain in the butt. Now, the point of this challenge is to practice this new Flipendo spell that you got, which you cast by pressing the B button. And you run around, and you collect these little scrolls, and they tell you how to do things. Okay, the first time I played this, I swear to God, they look just like the zombies from Zombies Ain't My Neighbors on the Sega Genesis. I swear. If anyone ever played Zombies Ain't My Neighbors, you know, say that in the comments, because that was one of my favorite games when I was growing up. Ooh, and a peppermint birdie bot every flavor bean. And when you pick up Birdie Bot's Every Flavor Beans, unlike the PlayStation versions, you actually get these as health. In the PlayStation version, it's used as currency. which I thought was kind of cool and interesting, but, you know, each game's got to have its own unique thing and be different. So, the reason I say, oh god, this part, is because this was the part that got frustrating to me when I was doing my practice run, and if it gets to the point where I'm failing horribly and miserably like 9 times, potato flavor, if it gets to the point where I'm failing miserably all the time, I will spare you guys watching me run around and just cut all that out, but I remember how to do it now, so hopefully it will be unnecessary, unless I just completely forgot what I was doing because I was talking. That tends to happen to me a lot, and I'm okay with it. Hey, facing that way to cast your spells works wonders. Now this part is a little tricky. You kind of have to move, like that. That's what we mean about failing and having to start the entire challenge all over. Alright, I am going to play up to speed, and I will catch you guys when I get over that part. So I will talk to you again in a little bit. Alright, and we are moving on from this part. Yay, oh gosh, that'd have been terrible to just get over that part and then be like, hey, you're gonna fall down again. You can search bookcases by going up and doing that, and it gives you beans! Yum, lime! Now I realized something kind of neat is that every time you go through, the bean flavor will change, because if you remember, we had potato flavor on my first time over. Well, the second time I went through it, it was actually broccoli. That is... I think that's really interesting in terms of a Game Boy game trying to be that intricate and different. And you might hear my roommates talking in the background. They do that. Alright, we got all the stars, which means we are done with this challenge, and we just make our way back to the start of the challenge. So congrats everyone, we've mastered how to do the Flipendo spell. And look, another bean! Hooray! Replenish our health. I should not be dying this much on level 1 of a Harry Potter Game Boy game. At least I understand that I'm kind of failing, so... yeah. Last thing we need is to have to go through all of that again, like heck. So we'll just make our way out here. You have mastered the Flipendo challenge! Your reputation will get a push now! Ha! Get it? Because the Flipendo is a pushing spell? It's funny. Alright. Yay, 20 points that I do nothing with. So yeah, don't cast Flipendo on people. Which totally means we're gonna cast Flipendo on people, and it will be awesome! It's Draco. That was random and weird. I don't know why, but just... oh, hi, Hermione. Blah, blah, blah. So I know I'm speeding through all of the dialogue here, but, do you want me to read the dialogue? We're gonna... because if you want me to go ahead and read through the dialogue, then I'll try to make it as fun and as interesting as I can. And I just wanted to run around and show you what one of the floors look like. You have students wandering around and little doors that lead to God only knows where, but we'll get into that later. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and call this apart and save, since somewhere back here, I'm lost and it's only the 3rd floor. Oh, here it is. I'm going to go ahead and save and call this apart. So I will see you next time in Let's Play Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Thanks, guys.